unfortunately, some of us never get to that point where we accept help or even admit it. And those, unfortunately, are people who their quality of life isn't as high. They're the folks that are more susceptible to suicide, drug abuse, self-medication, alcoholism. Those type of things all start now to creep in because it's about survival.
Welcome to your daily health briefing. I'm Dr. Albert Takem. This show is here to help you navigate the complex U.S. medical system, one step at a time. Whether you are decoding a new diagnosis, fighting for a referral, or just trying to stay informed, you are in the right place. Let's get into the science. Why do so many people wait until they are breaking before they finally ask for help? In this episode, Alan and I talk about the warning signs we ignore, the ways people self-medicate, and why even successful people may be carrying more stress than they realize. We also talk about mental health days and why rest is not the same thing as laziness. When I finally started talking about my son,
Yes.
I realized how many other fathers, especially black fathers, were feeling the same way. There is this silent struggle that we are all going through, but no one is saying it aloud.
Right.
So, question for you, why do you think it takes something breaking us before we finally admit it? For me, it was my son AJ's diagnosis of autism. For you, it was your father's death.
Right.
Why does it take us so long?
It goes back to the machismo thing where the expectations on us is to not be a crybaby, to be strong. You're a man, you're a brother, These expectations have been set on us from cultural norms, our societal norms, way we've been brought up in our families. And, it oftentimes takes that point where it takes a situation, an unfortunate situation, to where we can't even function. Our bodies are giving out on us. Our bodies are not even reacting. Your brain, as we talked about, controls the body.
Yeah.
You can have anxiety attacks coming out of nowhere, thinking you're having a heart attack. Doc, you know about this. People thinking you're having a heart
Had the
attack.
kids today, same today.
See, there you go. And finally, we start to say, wait a second, I need help. Now, unfortunately, some of us never get to that point where we accept help or even admit it. And those, unfortunately, are people who their quality of life isn't as high. They're the folks that are more susceptible to suicide, drug abuse, self-medication, alcoholism. Those type of things all start now to creep in because it's about survival. How can I survive this? I'm not allowed to talk to anybody because I look weak. So now I'll turn to alcohol or I turn to something else. It's a nasty domino effect. And I try to educate, my agency tries to educate. I know you're big on this, is to, again, it's okay to come and get help. And let's try to get help before you get to the breaking point. That's the message we send. Attack it early. It's just like pathology.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in your career, the
Blood
faster
pressure.
you can identify it, treat it, the better chance you have of beating it.
You don't want to wait to have a stroke, then to fix blood pressure.
Exactly. Then there's more catastrophic things that are happening. Same thing with mental. Same exactly. Try to get to it early. Do early signs. Get help. Talk to somebody. Even if you can't talk to a therapist, talk to somebody that you trust. Talk to somebody that cares about you, that you know has your best interests in mind. That's better than nothing.
I'm going to ask you another question. And this is a question that one of my patients asked me to ask you when I told them I was having a podcast episode with a mental health therapist. And so he's a small business owner, has a bunch of employees. He's doing very well. His business has done very well. And he's told me that he's always struggled with a mental health day. So he's a black guy, and that coming up, he worked hard. He worked hard to build his business,
Yes.
from scratch. And now he has multiple locations, and it's quite a successful business. So he cannot relate when somebody says, I need a mental health day off.
Right.
He equates that to laziness.
Right.
How would you address that?
Okay. Good question. Again, I think it goes back to the stigma of mental health, and it's not seen as an issue. It's seen as get over it. You'll be fine. That type of cliche. I don't even know if that's a cliche, but in quotes, his mindset is he just doesn't see it that way. But again, I would contend that he probably doesn't even know himself, because with him building a successful business the way he has, I'm sure a lot of stress and a lot of things that he had to go through and that he continues to go through to run a business. I know I'm running a business right now. Been in business for 10 years now. There's a lot of stress that goes with it. And even if it's successful, having a lot of money in the bank doesn't mean that you're not dealing with stress, anxiety, and depression. And I think he's equating his business success to I'm mentally strong because I happen to have a strong, healthy business. Hats off to him. He's probably worked hard. But if he's really being honest with himself, he has dealt with a lot of stress, and he's not recognizing that he himself needs a mental health day. Or maybe he can afford to take a vacation. I don't know this gentleman. He can afford to take this vacation, sit on the beach and sip a pina colada for 7 days. That's called mental health days.
Okay.
He probably doesn't even recognize that is a mental health day.
So that vacation is a mental health day.
Absolutely. And I think I've always said in the field that we're in the medical field, like you and us, I think that you need a vacation every other month, bare minimum.
Every other month,
because we need mental health day. Yeah, right. I think so. Yeah.
The mental health therapist said I need a vacation every other month. Okay, so he probably, well, I guess to summarize this, the more money you make, the more stressed out you are.
Yeah,
probably the case because you're juggling so many things.
Yes.
And it's been my impression that, especially for super successful people who make a ton of money, they have a constant fear of losing it all.
Correct.
Because there's always somebody, a rival, trying to take their place.
Correct.
So that big $500 million yacht Jeff Bezos bought may be a very expensive pill of Zoloft.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great analogy, but I would agree with it.
Okay. We just don't realize it.
And you got a lot of people with a lot of money, and they're the most miserable people. I'm not saying anything wrong with money. Don't get me wrong. Having money is great. But if you're prioritizing that's your medication for anxiety, depression, whatever, you probably just, what does my bank account look like? Then I don't think that's going to bring you real solutions to anything mental health.
You do not have to wait for the breakdown, the panic attack, the addiction, the stroke, or the crisis before you take your mental health seriously. The earlier you recognize the signs, the better chance you have of changing direction. Success does not protect you from stress, and rest is not weakness. Sometimes it is prevention. This has been the Daily Brief. Medicine is not about certainty. It is about responsibility. Decisions are often made with incomplete information, but they are always made with your safety in mind. In a system that can feel rushed and fragmented, you deserve clarity, continuity, and an advocate who sees the whole picture. I am Dr. Albert Takem, your physician ally, high-level science, human-level care. I will see you at the next briefing, or I will see you in the clinic.